We're going to talk about my favorite show on television because this was its last episode and now everything's dark and sad.
What?
I need to do a timeout, though.
Okay, great.
Don't yell.
All right. Gotta hurry. Mike Tyson's on in 2.5 rounds.
Oh, okay. Well, we can wrap this up quick. It was the finale.
It was the most boring finale in TV
That's
history.
what I thought until I watched it again. Now I have a whole slew of conspiracies.
I gotta hear this.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear your
the conspiracy that Chock and Joan could have done this on Tinder and spared us all of the fucking wasted time. These two have been banging for months.
Wait, my theory that they boned in the fantasy suite.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm
I
right.
don't know.
I'm sorry. I
I'm not going back on
discredited
that.
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
pretended like Joan had some decency and wasn't lying to us for 6 weeks. You nailed that.
Joni has decency. She just couldn't, in the arms of Chock, she couldn't keep her womanliness
Loins to herself.
Yeah, I was going to say gird her loins, but I don't think that's the right saying. And she needed to go to Pound Town with Chock, and he was chock full of nuts.
One way first class.
No.
Oh, I'm psyched
because
about it.
I'm still.
He looked very
the whole
handsome in that
reason
blue
it
suit.
wasn't-
I'm sorry.
He's just too weird to look handsome to me.
Okay.
I still think he's gonna murder her.
It is odd that he has gotten. He's got like curlier hair than I was really aware of.
He was also in a very
jump.
humid environment as opposed to Los Angeles.
Right,
So
but like
it's curlier
he
there.
should let it. Like he looks younger, more playful. That
No,
way.
my point is I don't think it curls the same if he's not in that island humidity.
Right. Okay. Well, he should live there then, because I mean, I feel like it took 7 years off his life. Like, I'm not even joking. Like he's a whole new person to me out of Malibu. Like,
Yeah. You have
at
said
home,
that. Yeah.
It's progressed. Like
Yeah.
at home, he was noticeably better. Where the fuck were they? Tahiti,
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora?
maybe.
Yeah. By that time, I'm like,
Or
oh,
Bali, one of those.
yeah, he looked better. But I stand by what I say that they didn't bone, because I still think that in that moment, on that specific day, in the timeline of what everything that transpired there, Pascal was still there, and I think that she was truly entertaining him for sure. So, yeah, no, you don't have to. Whatever. Okay, so the first scene, the cry fest with her, was tough because I did not buy that at all.
That her walls were going up, and
Yeah.
after the
When her buddy came in, she was like, "I don't think I can be loved," and her buddy was like, "Is it? Are we doing what? Is this a real scene that we're filming?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally fake.
Totally fake. I think that Joan is a really good person. I just think that like she's a human being, and like I think that she has always known that like Chock was like locked and loaded, but I don't think that she was like very excited by him from the jump, but he was sort of like, no, this is for sure. Like, I think she was confident about that. I think was pissed at herself for getting wrapped up in someone like Pascal so late in the game, who was like clearly a wild card, And so then when she was saying all the things about my walls are up and can I be loved? Am I even lovable? All those things like that are also so clearly like textbook things that are like in the fucking handbook that you got to say if you want to be a contestant. I thought she was like having a little spiral moment of like, I'm not that excited about Chock. What if that doesn't work out? Or even now that she just got kind of like broken up with out of the blue to her, thinking if that doesn't work out, I know that sometimes they bring contestants back. Like, I really just felt like she was kind of spinning and trying to like give herself some options, and was bummed on that whole thing with Pascal leaving. I just don't think she saw it coming.
Yeah, I think it threw her for a loop,
Yeah,
for sure.
Threw her for a loop. It just kind of like changed up her game plan. And I'm not saying that Pascal was 100% who she was going to pick, but I do believe
No, she was soups
that
interested.
she was soups interested. Yeah, totally.
It's the same thing that we were talking about with Brianna, Chicken Fry. I can't call her that and feel like a serious
I know.
journalist.
Her last name is LaPaglia.
Oh, my people. Brie LaPaglia.
Maybe that's why I thought she was from Jersey. Maybe I've just decided that every Italian is from New Jersey.
Yeah. But like, I think in the same way where I think her situation just feels so magnified, like she's going into a Dunkin' Donuts and everybody in there knows about it, when literally the three of us didn't know any of them.
Nothing.
I think when you're in these situations, when it's lights, camera, action, all this stuff, you just think everything is so much bigger than it actually is. And you're like, great, I'm going to go home alone. And I am actually 61. And how am I going to meet someone in my small town? I know everyone, or some guy's gonna slide into my DM, but I'm not gonna like that. Like, I think you just start worst case
Do grandmas have
scenarioing
DMs?
it. Yeah, she's that last episode said she's really good on the social media.
She's on the talk.
Yeah.
Doing her recipes,
got it.
doing
Yeah.
the trends of the suspects wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, neither of you know what that is, but
So that's what
it's something.
But that's what I thought about that first scene. It was like textbook Bachelor, Golden Bachelor,
Yeah.
Golden Bachelorette, whatever. First of all, I was surprised that not all 4 of her kids were there. Not because her kids aren't wonderful. She just has talked about them so much that I was expecting all of them to be there. I thought
didn't even
ABC could
notice
have made it
that.
happen.
Do you think the other ones didn't come because they're like not ready for a new
No,
guy?
I think maybe it would have been too hard, like kids, vacation time,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Or they're like, no, we've been hanging out with fucking Chock for 4 weeks. We knew it was Chock. And what really happened with that conversation is Chock bailed and she was like, oh, so sad. And she went to the producers and they were like, oh my God, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, it's Chock. And they're like, cool, but we need to do like a thing. Like we have a show to produce. And she was like, oh, what do you need me to do? Tell people I don't think I can be loved after Chock spent the last 3 episodes telling me how much he loved me. And Guy spent the last episode and a half telling me how much he loved me. Like, what are we talking about here? This was the biggest produced fucking load of shit of all time. They would have had no finale if whoever produced that fucking scene, bang, I got eyes on you. You did a good job. They would have had nothing. She went and told Guy right after, we're 20 minutes into an hour and a half episode and it's over.
No,
It's fucking over.
She had the date with her kids and Chock, and then the next day she was supposed to meet with Guy, but it was raining, which is an omen.
No, the Chock and the
The kids met Chock first.
First, yeah.
And then the next day it was
That
raining.
episode was over so fast.
They have the meltdown scene. Then Chock meets the family. Then she tells Guy bye-bye.
There's a date in between that. She has another date with Chock.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Chock.
Which,
it's all the Chock time.
Have you ever seen a date after a hometown?
You mean a date after they meet the family?
Yeah, after you meet the family.
Yeah, always.
No, the Chevy Tahoe comes and picks you up. You don't see them again until the rose ceremony.
No, then they meet up later and they're like, how was it when you met your family? Oh, your dad asked me really tough questions. Yeah, they always do.
I thought they do that on the bench after waiting for the Tahoe.
No, they have one more night together, and that's when the person gives them the scrapbook or I saved all of
isn't
the
that Fantasy
roses.
Suites?
No.
I could be wrong about that.
Here's Russian nesting dolls that we named our future
Okay.
children's names.
What I still thought, there's producers, everyone's got their own producer. I feel like they went in, Chock. Good news, Pascal is gone. Great. Bad news, she's a little devastated about it. Maybe thought that she was going to have this certain life. And not since Dorothy herself have we ever heard of Kansas incorporated into a girl's hopes and dreams. So,
And not even then. Wasn't she trying to leave?
well, she was
No, she's trying to
fantasizing
get
about
back.
going
There's no
home.
place
There's no
like
place
home.
like
I guess
home.
that.
She thought she was going to move to this other place, big city, in a nice fucking townhouse and whatever. So I think that you needed to tell her, like,
We're getting out of this
kinda
one light
let her
town.
know where, like I want to buy a property somewhere, fucking cool. Where? I don't know. She's pretty basic. New York City. Just tell her a New York City apartment, and then
No,
like
that was her dream. That's Chock just being a psycho, like, and not
Okay.
even a psycho. I'll take that back.
But
I really will.
think that
that was
he
Chock
made this
being
move.
really fucking sweet. I thought that was the
thought it was
best
really- I
moment
thought it was really
he'd
fucking
ever
sweet.
had. Like, because she was like, "Oh my God, I've wanted to do this forever." But we all want to do stupid shit forever, and we just don't pull the trigger on it.
And you don't want to
I
do it
think
alone.
he said that. Yeah, I got the feeling this was maybe something she's wanted to do since John. And
Same.
I think that at some point she told him this dream, because when he gave her the key and told her the story, she was like,
She knew.
"Oh my God!" And then she said either in a OTF or an interview or something that she was like, I've had this dream for so long. I've always wanted to do this." And then
she said to him, "I really want to live in New York City."
I don't remember them talking about it, but clearly they did, because that was his gesture. Was like, I know you've
She
wanted to do
probably
this.
told the
This is,
producer about it, and then the producer told him about
I
it.
don't think
No,
so.
well,
Because I
mean,
Chock
look.
I think Chock would do something like that. I just
agree.
think that
Well,
these
let's
two
see
are
if
like,
he actually goes through with it,
Oh,
because
dude,
that
I
key
think
was
these
not a real
two-
key. That was like a fucking storage unit key.
I
and
think that no, it was symbolic. It wasn't a
just saying
real
it was
key to
symbolic.
an
Right,
apartment.
right. So we'll see if he comes
They were
through with it.
gonna
I mean,
go
he
look
also like
together
never
and
came
pick
through with
together
like
and
cooking her
furnish the
family chocolate
inside
noodle soup. That
together.
was a big false hope.
Well, are you really going to cook
Wait,
soup
what?
in Bali?
On his first day, when he first met her, he brought her that thing of soup. Remember?
Out of the limo?
Yeah.
No.
He said, I heard you make famous chicken noodle soup. Well, I also make a famous soup. It's chocolate noodle soup. And he brought it and he had it in a
Okay, yeah, I
little
remember
mason
chocolate
jar
noodle.
can, took it out and made her taste it.
But-
and he said, I will make this for your family when we're visiting your when I meet your family. I'll make this for your family. Never heard about that again. We'll see if we're going to hear
No,
about
we
this New York
did. She
City
told.
apartment
Okay,
again.
hold on, guys. You're just yucking my young, pissing on my cornflakes.
What
okay,
am I here for?
Listen, I think those two moments bookend perfectly. He brings the chocolate noodle soup, and then he gifts her the let's go do this apartment in the city in New York together.
Two promises that never came, that we are yet to be seen.
Again,
He's a psycho murderer.
no, he's not.
You can do sweet things and still be a murderer.
Oh yeah, no. You know who's a real
How do you
fucking
lure
murderer?
people in to
The
get to
son.
murder
The
them?
son has serial killer vibes.
Whose son? Chock's?
No,
Jones.
Jones.
I don't think he had. It's the glasses that
yeah,
made you
he
think.
just
that-
no,
yeah,
he
no,
doesn't have
no.
serial
Oh.
killer vibes. He has what's the
Just not great style.
no. Who's
No, he's
the
got serial killer vibes.
Dahmer? He got
He's
Dahmer
like-
vibes.
No,
It's the
when,
Dahmer
No,
glasses.
Dahmer glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
glasses
saying.
are there. But when Chock walked in there, and the first thing he fucking does, 20 seconds don't go by. Literally, nice to meet you, and then plants one.
No, that was so
Murder.
aggressive.
Right, that's game. That's I see you, game recognized game, and then fucking the son is sitting there going, "What time is it? Great, I've definitely got enough time to hit the depot for some fucking painter's plastic."
Some plastic.
Guys, no,
Watch
that
it.
was
Some
Watch
heavy
a
duty
couple
trash bags.
episodes of
We're right
Dexter
on the
to get some
water.
ideas.
Exactly, and the water's right outside. Like
What if
easy
that's
peasy,
how their
beautiful.
love story ends? Is like these two just try to murder each other.
I'm here for it. When I saw the son, I was like,
Then
"Oh,
Joan
sweet, we
becomes
need this."
Golden Bachelor 7 or 8 after a double. What do you
Double
call
she's
it?
gonna
be murdered in your story.
Double,
Guys,
widowed. She's
hold-
double widowed because her son murdered her second husband, who she met on Golden Bachelorette #1. And
okay.
now she has
so
back.
My point
Third time's a
is
charm.
Joni likes these larger than life, more aggressive dudes, and that's why she's fine with all of Chock's Chockisms.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
But like this thing with the apartment was such a fucking move.
Oh, I thought it was very. I thought
If you're an insurance guy, that's what you do. And you've got Monday morning meetings. You got status meetings. Where are you at? Who are we closing this week? How close are you? What do we need to do to get him over the line? What is your fact finder journal says, client very disappointed over losing out on a big fancy townhouse in Chicago. So what, like, they're
Great,
like,
do
they're-
it to
they're
make her
like-
happy.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we shall see if this plays out.
Got it.
I work for Northwestern Mutual. It's like the Nordstrom of estate planning and whatever. You ask all the questions to like really get to know these people to see like how you can sell them this and whatever. And just having to go back and watch a couple just things of Chock getting to know her, it was such a fact-finding fucking mission. Like Chock has been trying to close this deal since day one.
before he
went
got
into
there.
But
this.
it could also be the whole idea of why everyone's fallen in love with the Golden Bachelor or Bachelorette series as opposed to the other one. Is everyone's probably getting a little tired of the bratty kids. No offense, bratty kids. You guys are hot. We like watching you. We fell in love with
Seemed
older...
rapey.
Whatever. We fell in love with the older people, and with age comes wisdom attitude, and they're just different way of handling things. So when you get to a certain age, some of us in this room can speak on this, you start to realize like maybe I've wasted a lot of time just fucking around and wondering. And I know what I like. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. Da-da-da. You in?
And I got a second chance with someone I'm into.
Yeah,
we have
like,
good sexual chemistry.
60
They want to do
years
the
of
same shit I
fucking
want to do.
about, like-
I got miles on my company credit card.
Yeah.
This broad wants to get a place in New York City. I've always wanted to get out of my small town and
Has
live in a
he?
big
Yeah.
city. No,
You
I'm just
get that from
saying.
him?
Yeah,
No, I'm just running the playbook
Yeah.
in my head where it's like
But
I've always
also-
wanted to travel, do all this stuff, and here's someone who's down for the cause. Let's fucking run it till the wheels fall off, which could be in 2 months or it could be until the sun murders him.
But also being that dude who, excuse me, hot chocolate's making me so burpy.
We're gonna cut that.
What?
Yeah, that's like I have tummy.
I swear to God, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
What?
Just like it's just funny, like when guys say things, you're like, don't ever say that to me
Don't
again.
ever say that again. I went on a date with
did I
a
give you
guy
the
once.
Ick, Hannah? Nick.
Nick.
Give me the ick, Nick.
That does give me the ick,
What?
Nick.
Hot chocolate?
No, if a guy's like, my tummy's a little burpy.
Not tummy. I'm burpy.
Either
What
one.
does
You
that
say
have to
tummy
do
or
with your
burpee.
Tummy?
Anyway.
Mouth farts. I call them mouth
Oh my God, you didn't think it could get worse.
You're ruining
Listen.
this episode for
No,
me.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
We're having
it
a
was
fun time.
First of all, he looked so great in that suit. She looked so beautiful in her white dress. Her body defies
What?
every.
The dress, like the pleather made to look like a sequin dress that had like raised flowers on it.
She listen. I
Oh,
think
you
her
mean
with
after the
yeah,
rug.
with the,
oh,
with the
that
slit
was
up
banging.
it. She looked
but
fucking
that
amazing.
fucking the wedding dress. Her
And a full beef
pro-
shot. She blasted a full beef shot after the final hose. She did. Listen.
I always forget he calls it after the final hose.
Yeah,
Anyway, America.
she did.
Well, Joni's got a great beef.
I listen.
I didn't see it, but my point is, when she finally said, "I love that he brought up his late fiance and her late husband,"
yeah.
and he's like, "I just want to honor him." I just thought it was really sweet. And then when she finally was like, "I love you," he just was like, "Oh my God, thank
Yes,
you," and he
yeah.
kissed her, and I just thought that was really sweet. And I thought I thought it just meant everything to him. And when they were on the top of that fucking boat, driving off to God knows where, I'm sure they were just circling back to the island. They just needed to get the shot. They just looked really happy. And she watched her husband die in her house.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he lost his
2 years ago. Shame.
I'm happy for you, Joni and Chock. These two whore bags.
Listen, she's so happy for you that if I don't take this stance, there is no show, okay?
Well.
So I hope that you appreciate all the effort I'm putting into finding all the things wrong with your psycho serial killer boyfriend, and I'm on your son's side when it all goes down.
Also, I really like how she handled the guy of it all. And who was our fucking Golden Bachelor? God damn it.
Well, we were never going to find that out. It's way too early.
Oh, do they tell us at the finale of the...
Like, first of all, they'll tell us whenever they want, but like they would never tell us that at the end of this show. They'll do a different one usually.
I forgot. Just like you forgot, there's a fucking date after they meet the families. I can't work like this.
I'm
Do you
still
think
not
that-
sure that's true.
It is true.
Do you think they'll do a Grammy Whore Island?
They have got their work cut out for them
They've
because
gotta do
they've got
something.
options. They've got options
What
at
if they
this point.
send a couple of the hot Grammys and Grampies to Whore Island with the kids?
No,
to
no.
what?
I think that they I personally think that they do something non-tropical so that they don't have to
Same.
put these
Like
ladies
an
through
Aspen.
fucking wearing exactly like a
So-
ski trip, a nice lodge with hot cocoa and
or like
such.
Italy. Let's go to Florence.
Or somewhere like that. But
do
yeah, we
wine
just don't want all these
tasting.
ladies to have to fucking put on. I mean, Joan's looking banging, but you know, there's like not everyone can keep up with the Jones of the world. Keeping up with the Joneses.
The Jonies.
Yeah.
I used to
With the
work on.
Jonies.
I used to work on Survivor, and I had the great idea once to pitch a season of Survivor in Alaska because there's a part of Alaska that's it's like 23 hours or something, 23 and a half hours of sunlight for an extended period of time, and the climate is similar to Southern California. Those are important because when I pitched this idea, they were like, "No, we're not going to Alaska." I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "No bikinis, no shorts." Like that was it. Like you gotta tits and ass, man. You gotta have tits and ass on TV. No one's gonna watch,
Well,
For-
that's not
with
true.
the oldies.
especially not with the oldies.
Okay.
No one's watching
Oh
that.
God!
What?
Stop! It's such a good show. You talk
You
about
want-
it like this, people won't watch.
No. Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette. Banging.
Yeah, banging.
Whore Island with Grammy and Grampies?
Oh,
No.
I was confused. Okay,
Because then you
fine.
got to put them in bikinis and little tight shorts.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me, but I'm more open than the two of you.
I'm
I'm gonna be nuding when I'm 75. I'll still be in a bikini. I don't care.
I know, but like you'll be a Joan though. I'm just saying we can't
One can
like
only
everyone else like does,
No,
you know,
but-
just because they didn't bounce back from their fucking pregnancies doesn't mean that they don't deserve to find love.
No, but I could hear my mom watching, being like, "Listen, Cork, she's got a fantastic physique. Okay, I just think there comes the time where you got to hang it up. Okay,
I mean, I agree.
Putting the
Listen,
bikini on.
I
It's
love
for
my-
it's for the
There's
20-year-old.
so many
it's for
fucking
someone who looks
hot
like
one
you.
pieces now. One piece is not what they were when we were in third grade going to our swim parties.
100%.
You know?
But I don't give a shit. Like, wear what you want to wear. I don't care.
I don't know.
I'm more accepting.
Well, I know, but like dudes be dudin', you know? I don't know like if how long you're gonna last if they have to deal with that. I'm just living in the world that we live in, you know? I didn't make this world. I was just born here and stuck with it. Wait, we have to reverse back really quickly to the guy breakup.
Yeah, it was great.
Have you ever seen someone try so hard to cry and is literally unable? Like even when he goes like this, he like fucking punches his eyeballs in with his fingers. Can't even produce a mist. Like, guy,
I
you're
think
a
that's
doctor.
just guy crying. Like, I don't think guy's like an
Nothing?
actual
Not
crier.
a single tear. Like, you're a
Doctor. No,
he had
doctor.
some
Write yourself a
cries.
Restasis prescription.
He had some tears. He had some cries coming out.
He had none.
But he's an
Google
ER
it.
surgeon.
You don't want to know, but the time
He's
that
an
you
ER
actually saw some
doctor.
mist was when he was in his interview. And you know he's like, hey, can you give me some of those? Here, can you spit in my eye really
Yeah,
fast?
that's Clear Eyes. He's an ER doctor. That dude stopped crying fucking 40 years ago.
Oh, good call.
there's
I didn't even think
he's
about
not
that. He's like,
crying.
I've seen so much worse than
Yeah,
this.
dude, you're breaking up with me? I saw a baby's head blow up once. Like, fuck off, lady.
This is such a dark recap. I'm so sorry,
thing.
guys. This is so
We're
terrible.
fucking-
saw
we're
this.
adding some spice to that boring ass finale.
There's so many horrible things that he could have seen in the ER. Like you had to take it to a next level of like
just trying to
that's
pick
like
the
a
worst
fucking
thing.
horror movie.
I just think the rain was that was the omen. That was the precursor as to he's like, I'm feeling so optimistic
He's
this
like,
morning.
I'm
I'm
No,
like,
what
crying
were
now.
you saying?
You shouldn't.
No, what were you saying? You were like, he can't
Oh,
cry.
he was
He's
waiting out on the pier. Like, he just was stuck on the pier. And, like, they had that long shot of, like, him the contemplative bachelor shot. And I was like, this isn't that shot. He can't go back in his thing. His joints are fucking stiff as
Locked
shit.
up
He's
because
just
it's
locked
raining.
up. God, fucking
No,
hell.
not in that
The bad
warm,
weather.
humid
Yeah. No, it happens.
climate.
Trust
No,
me.
I
They
can't
get
find
you.
a picture of guy crying.
I already looked to make sure because sometimes I don't, want to make it.
I'm gonna go
fool out of
back and
myself.
watch the app.
I already did. That's what I'm telling you on the fucking computer. So I'm standing right this close up to it, going like frame by frame, going, is that no? That's just a
Listen.
wrinkle that's got like a shine to it.
But again, like
it's his
he
dude
didn't
Nick.
cry
It's
until
his
he went
Miss
into
Spray.
his what's it called? And he didn't cry in his
Confessional.
confessional, but you could see at least like some dampage. But it also could have been from the walk from the rain outside. Like
I just think
tried
that-
really, really hard.
I
to
just
cry
think
and
that
he
is
couldn't do
guy
it.
emoting.
They
I
could
do.
have done that in Da Vinci. I think there's a new cry up in a cry feature in the last thing. Listen, I think that guy is no dummy, and I think that you get rid of the restraining order, and guy's your next bachelor, right? So he's got to be thinking like, oh, cry. I don't know if I'll ever be loved. Do check off the things, and you'll be the next bachelor. So I think that's what he was trying to do, because he also didn't seem mega sad about it. I mean, he played like he was sad, but he didn't seem for real sad. He almost seemed like, oh, sick. I'll be the next bachelor.
Listen, I don't know how sad he was, but he did seem
No, he seemed
genuinely caught off guard.
Yeah, I thought he was bummed.
I think he
and-
thought he was going to win. I think that everybody, just even watching Pascal do that apology, which I don't even remember Pascal calling Chock a stalker.
I do. I think it was the bowling
Yes,
episode.
yeah, it was a bowling alley. That's what I said too.
I think most of the guys thought that Chock was like fucking annoying. And probably because he was all up in Joan's business all the time. And none of the other guys really were, which now obviously we could say that's why he won. Totally good argument. But I do think he was genuinely caught off guard because I think that he probably left there, probably the first words he said to his producer, like, she's picking fucking Chock? Like, I just imagine that being something that comes out of all those guys' mouth after, because I just don't think that anyone was like super loving him. I think They all liked each other. They were all like, oh, we're dealing with Chock.
Nobody likes the winner.
Heavy the head that wears the crown.
Truth.
Guys, sit down.
Oh, I thought it was sweet. I
It was
thought
totally sweet, but I've never seen someone talk to a runner-up like that, being like,
I've heard someone say, but I've heard them say that before. Like, we just ran out of time and I was already there with somebody else and whatever. And I think that's a nice way of saying,
no, but
like,
she says it was more or less just a timing thing. In any other situation, I would have been with you because we would have had more time. I've missed you. Honestly, it's been really hard to be away from you. Like, I just haven't, like, these were just very poignant words. Like, if I'm watching this, that's when Chock's in the back being like, grabs a PA. Hey, kid, you want to make $500? Run to the Home Depot for me and get a roll of Painter's Blast.
Again, bro? It's going to be 1,000 this time, Chock. I'm no fucking dummy. This job sucks.
when do I get to meet Joni?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
I honestly think she was just being very lovely to
Like
him,
how
and
she
meant
was,
she
but,
was
like,
missed being around him. Like, they had a nice friendship because she was like, I can't wait to go on
Yes.
double dates with you.
But I think for some people it was off-putting because I hadn't seen that. And I also saw that when what's his name comes out, when they bring Chock out, he says, like, Jesse asks him a question, like, very specific, like, how was that last day in Bora Bora for you? And he goes, I just want to tell the world that I am so proud of how nice Joan was to these losers. He doesn't say losers, but like the way she had to let them go, but let them keep their dignity. Like, he says the word dignity, and like, it was such, to me, just dudes be duding.
Pissing
How they
on
got
his
an ego.
territory.
He watched that shit on the monitors in the back and was like, okay, hell no. I'm going to
Assert my dominance
Yeah,
over
exactly.
my space. I don't disagree with that. What I really need to get into very quickly is how the fuck are you not getting a good shot of the ring? There was never a good shot of the ring. You saw the angle was like this. I want top down, sides. Give me.
That's Neil Lane. I don't think he wanted to pay those dollars this year. Everyone's
Neil
on a
wasn't
budge.
even there. We didn't even
Neil
see
Lane
him.
was
He
there.
No, he was at the after the final rose. He wasn't in Bali.
You got to
or
pay
Bora-
more for that.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. I need this.
I'm telling you, this is Neil's. You got to take it up in his suggestion box because the show is looking for all the money they can get. Like, if he wanted to pay for that ad for him to be there and for him to show off the box and the this and the that,
But it was still
they
a Neil
would've
Lane
done it.
ring.
But, well, yeah, but like, I just think, don't you think that package would cost more?
Mm-hmm.
And like, everyone's poor right now.
No, I think just to get
being
a
said,
shot
though,
of the
like,
ring
I
on her
don't-
hand doesn't cost them any more money.
It doesn't cost anyone money. It's Neil Lane, I think, pays the show every year to, or Neil's like, you're getting lab diamonds this year, and they're like, well, no clothes on the ring then.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they're not paying him to come.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
He's paying for
Product
all of
placement.
the product placement and to come on. And I mean, that's huge. Like, everybody knows who Neil Lane is. Like, I don't like.
Yeah, but do you know what's so funny? I've never met a person who has purchased a single thing
I don't
from
even know
Neil Lane.
where a Neil Lane is.
La
It's in
Cienega.
malls.
Oh, it's here?
It's on La Cienega.
Well, they're like, isn't it a chain?
No, that's K Jewelers.
But I think isn't Neil Lane is a chain too? Or
That's
used
what
to
I
be a
always
chain.
assumed that it was
I
a
think
chain,
K
but I don't
Jewelers
know.
is
No,
like
he was
the
billed as
Kmart
like-
of Neil Lane.
No,
So he's only in LA.
he was billed
store?
as like the celebrity jeweler, and
really?
maybe
that's Jacob.
Jacob the jeweler.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day he had a name, and that's how he ended up getting it. And now I think he's kind of doing it more for the masses.
I see.
But I don't think maybe now he's got more
Yeah,
stores.
no, you don't put that kind of dollars into a franchise show like that if you're not, because he's on all of them. He shows up in, where do they go for Whore Island?
Good old Mexico.
I also think that montage of the I'm crazy about her thing was just like the show's nod to Pascal being like, yeah, we thought he was a stalker too. That was probably on Pascal's rider. So when he
To get
was
that?
like, along with having the show in Chicago.
Oh,
And you also have to validate what I said about Chock being a stalker.
yeah. I think it's just that one location.
Fucking dumb. of him. He should be in every mall this side of.
now.
Why would you only have a store in LA like that? Like you're Neil Lane, you're putting all this
'Cause he's a
money
jewel out of the
into
stars,
a national
Natalie.
show. It just seems really silly. Like why would you care to put it into?
I have to have it wrong. I got to be getting it wrong then on the interwebs. I got to do a deeper dive because that makes
he
a
shouldn't
lot
be
of
that
sense.
hard to find. All
Exactly.
of this is wrong.
It's all very
Yeah.
strong.
The next Bachelor,
He's cute. Grant?
yeah, did not remember him having musical aspirations.
I don't think he talked about it that much did he on his
No,
when he was on The
but like-
Bachelorette, but he looks like he's really talented.
Totally. But he was on Nick Viall like beatboxing this week. And like we're still months out from the premiere and I've already got a side eye going because like we already think everybody's a fucking influencer.
that.
And so now like that was just a weird thing to introduce him with this early in the game.
I'm with you. It is very like I don't want to think that you're coming on here to get your music career.
Yeah.
I don't hate you wanting to get your music career. I just don't want this to be the platform in which you do it on because I believe in true love.
Yeah.
I'm still going to watch it.
I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah.
We have a show to do.
And we're going to cover it.
Yeah.
By the way, full disclosure, I'd be watching it even if we didn't have a show to do.
No, I mean, we all watched it, okay? But now we can be like, well, we have to.
I'll have to practice that. That doesn't come naturally to me.
Well, you're not ashamed.
No, at all.
The next shows we're going to cover Southern Charm and The Ultimatum on Netflix.
Summer House will come out soon, but not soon enough.
If anyone has any other, like, we just can't figure out what else is on. It's a weird time, it's the holidays.
But I just want to say this. I wrote, Chock looks great in his suit. He's so confident. Nat, you might have fallen for him because you're into guys who are into you. And I actually think you'd be eating your words.
Listen,
okay? Because
I'm
Chock went hard for Joni.
I will always have to have this role. You are bigger than life in yours. I cannot join your team. I have got to give the people something to chew on and be pessimistic about. And, they want to kick something like, I'm here kicking things with you.
Okay, well, we're going to have to get a little secret symbol so I know you're just joking.
Well, no, I was never a Chock fan.
kidding.
Okay,
No,
I
I know,
still
I
think
know.
that he is a salesman through and through, ABC all day long.
Go into the chapel.
Whatever.